playing is now at least being recorded. Good evening. Hope everyone's been having a good time. We didn't play last week. Missed you all. So last session we had some fantastic roleplay. It was a great session. As I was laughing a lot. Um, Between the fishing competition, the gambling, and our Marquis Durant that you have all met while aboard the ship. But you are beginning day 3 of your 14-day journey up into Ludbreg. Yeah, good old fishing gif. So, fishing is back on today. If you would like to continue participating in the fishing competition. And you preemptively changed your outfit. Uh, It looks gourmet. So, reminder, before you start your fishing for the day, you can try to make your own bait using a survival check, or you can try to modify your rod. I don't see the rolls for that, I just see the gambling. And then a bunch of pictures. I know you guys made a custom lure, but you haven't done anything with it yet. Alright, if you want to have advantage on your survival check to determine your fish type, you need to roll a DC 15 survival check. Okay, that's your importance for the day. So if you're trying to make custom bait to get a better chance, alright, it's a survival check. Okay? Ed, you're good. Frost, you're good. All right. If you want to modify your rod to give you advantage on athletics checks, you need to make a Tinker's Tool check. Uh, Tinker's Tools. Okay. Hey, you rolled a 6 on the die. You get to add. Alright, so no change for Vicus. You don't get advantage, but you don't get disadvantage. Just able to modify your rod. Alright, you hear the bells. Nothing from you, Callum? Okay. Suck at fishing? Alright, you hear the bells ring on the aft end of the ship, letting you know that the fishing tournament has started, as those that are partaking make their way there, which I think all of you are. It's just that Vicus is not really trying to catch fish. Alright. So, uh, you don't see Marquis Durant here on deck, though you do see one of his bodyguards fishing as well, along with a few others. But go ahead and give me your survival checks to determine which fish you are going to catch. uh, what was your lure? It was the shiny thing, right? Sure. Go ahead and roll me at advantage. Okay. So, Ed, you rolled first. Going to here. Roll me a d6, Ed. Alright. And then a sleight of hand check, please. As something takes hold of your rod or your lure. And with great frustration, you do manage to reel this thing in, and you have caught yourself a jewelfish. It awards you no points, but they can be sold either as pets or for their scales. They're prized for. Callum caught one last time, so yes, they do have. Yeah, they have barrels of basically salt water that you can just store fish in. Callum, go ahead and roll me a d6, please. Okay. Sleight of hand check, please. And a constitution check, please. It takes you quite a bit to reel this one in, and when you do, it is obvious why, as you have caught a shark, specifically a hammerhead shark. It's about 10 feet long, but basically you wore it down uh, over an extended period of time and just made it too tired to swim, able to reel it in. Go ahead and roll a d12 for me, please. All right. So you got 14 points for that shark, bringing your total to 15. Oh, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Um, all right. So next up is, well, oh no, I skipped over you, Frost. Sorry. Go ahead. Let me see. What is this one? Go ahead and roll me a d8. Frost. Not bad. Let me see. You caught a longfin fish. So it's it's a black-looking fish with basically a long fin that goes from the back of its head all the way through the length of its body, just separating right at where the tail starts. Um, they're a fairly tasty fish, not too big in size. Go ahead and roll me a d4 plus 2, please. All right, that brings you to a total of 6 points. Vicus, roll me a d2. Fantastic. Roll me a sleight of hand check as something quite large grasps your onto your lure. You may. Um, your mishandling of the rod causes the line to snap, and the fish gets away. After breaking for a lunch from the morning fish, you guys come back to the rest of the deck to continue fishing for the competition. Going back with the good old hook. For your afternoon fishing attempt, go ahead and roll another survival check. If you have custom bait, it's at advantage. Vicus, you lost your lure, so you just did it for yourself. Oh yeah, yeah. This wasn't. Yeah. No, it's just that normal. They give you if you don't make your own bait, they give you basic bait. I mean, but yeah, you're not putting any bait on your hook. Yeah, so yeah, yours is actually at disadvantage because you're not using any bait. I should make that. I should make that as like a curse or something. All right. Go ahead and roll me. We'll start with you, Vegas. Roll me a d6. Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. Make me a constitution check at disadvantage, please. Your handling of the rod makes this much more difficult, but you actually do end up outlasting what's on the hook, which is a shark. Luck Luckily, it's a nurse shark, um, but you get a shark. Uh, yes, sir. I will go ahead and grab the shark for you. We will cut it up and have it served for dinner. Go ahead and roll me a d12 plus 6, please. It's a good sized shark, but nothing super. But gets you 11 points and puts you on the board. Remember, there's magical prizes. Oh, Ed, you rolled, or let's go with Frost. Frost, you got a 22. Go ahead and roll me a d2, please. All right. A sleight of hand check, please. and then an athletics check. There you go. Thanks, thank, thanks to Ed showing you having great difficulty wrangling this fish in. Ed manipulates the luck around you, giving you the strength that you need to reel this giant catfish in. And this thing is a monster. This is what Ed caught during the first day. But let me see. Go ahead and roll me a d10 to determine size, and then we'll roll for rating. It's not up to their maximum size, so this is probably a just an adult, nothing that has lived too long. But let's go ahead and roll for rating. D12 plus 8. Yeah, it's not a legendary catfish. Yes. Yeah, its size definitely took an effect there, but you still get 10 points for it, bringing you to a total of 16. It's a spell. That's It really is. All right. While Ed is reading that, let us go to Callum. Let me find Callum's roll. You got 15. All right, roll me a d6. Okay, got a 1. Sleight of hand check, please. So it takes you a little bit more finagling, but you do end up catching this fish. It is a sailfish. It looks very similar to a swordfish, but instead of a sharp, long beak, it's not there. But it does have that long sail fin on its back. So roll d10 plus 4 for your size rating, please. 7. Bringing your score up to a 23. Ed, you got a 12. Go ahead and roll me a d8, please. You caught yourself an eel. This one's about 4 feet long. Roll me a d4 plus 2. Giving yourself another 5 points, bringing you up to 26 points. And with that, the sun begins to set after a successful day of fishing. Since you caught it, yes. Wasn't one of your portents really good for the day? I, it's it's a gourmet soup. Asking the kitchen to borrow, I guess, some potatoes. I don't really know what goes into a shark fin soup, but uh, I know, right? I know. Probably borrowing some breath and broth, not breath, broth. Borrowing some broth, and some eggs from the kitchen. You make some shark fin soup. Is that really that looks like egg drop? Is that shark fin? Weird. Ash has not been seen all day, um, except briefly at lunch. But you know, you know who he's with. You know. Well, unless there's any activities. Enjoying a feast to yourself that is completely tasteless. Let me find one. I want to find a. I think it's like 15. There you go. That is now canon. nobody, nobody understands or knows why crop circles exist, but the players now do. Farmers are always perplexed. I'm even gonna chalk it up to where it's actually devils that do the work, but they made a deal with the gods, giving access to like the magic to the gods, and be like tricking the gods, like this spell's great, and then the devils get all this blood, bone, feathers, and all sorts of other pieces, while people just get the finished product. And that's how the devil army works. There's like an entire kitchen dedicated to Mika's cooking chicken nuggets. Oh, anyways, before moving on to day 4, is there anything you all would like to do tonight? It's, I I have ins on playtesters. I know quite a few playtesters. Yeah. We should just we we should pick an iconic character, create our own little like homebrew book, and be like the truth of magic or something like that. What happens if I get? What happens when I get 11? I've gotten 11 once in a 10 piece. Mm. The food's already been made. Has to go somewhere. Somebody counter spells great food and water. Oh. Oh man. All right. The next day, fencing picks back up. So if you want to go into fencing, we can. Let me see. There they are. Yes, and I believe you guys had the half orc, and I can't remember which human it was. Yeah, it was the half orc and halfling. Okay. All right. So you're up against someone named Frazigold. Mm-hmm. They are a human. It is a human. It is my pleasure to be dueling with you today. Ah, yes, it went quite well. I dueled against Thievius. He pronounced it Thevius, but I called him Thievius. Welcome, kill him! Oh. Frazigold. Frazigold. And best of luck to you, kill him! Alright. For this, go ahead and roll me a dexterity check for your reflexes. A deception check. Testing the feints. And then an athletics or an acrobatics check. Yes. You won 2 out of the 3 for this, so go ahead and roll yourself a d4 plus 2. Alright. You are both knocked down by, or you both have 10 points. He just rolled really well for his. Or 5 points. So 5 out of 10 for both of you. Let us continue going. Dexterity check. Ah, yes, indeed, you are a worthy opponent. You are quite apt with your skill. You won 2 out of the 3 again. He beat you on the deception. So go ahead and roll your d4 plus 2. And it is determined to be a draw, as when he hits his marks, they seem to just be accurate enough. So it's going to be thrown off to the next round. So the first one to gain the upper hand on their opponent will win. So roll your another dexterity check. Roll your deception. Are you getting tired? And then your athletics or acrobatics. Alright, he won 2 out of the 3. So he will roll d4 plus 2, you will roll d4 plus 1. And indeed, with that, Callum, you fall behind in the rankings. It was a well match. Your friend just had an off night, preoccupied by something, I believe. Ah, the Viscount? I thought the Viscount of Easternay was Ronrick. Yes. Ah. Well, perhaps if you were stopped looking over my shoulder at your friend behind me, as Ash gives his ass a little wiggle before walking around out, maybe your swords play would be a little better. Ah, yes, I do need to improve myself, but I'm not so easily distracted. Ah, yes, perhaps there's quite a few more matches to be had. Yes, you would have to use the supplied fencing gear, of course, but yes, you can sign up at the desk. Are you interested in joining? Oh, good. I think Grot Dothras is looking for a contestant. Uh, Approaching the desk, you sign up your name, and then, oh, not today. He's already had his match for the day. Oh yes, there's absolutely a chance. All right, great. Today your match will be against Grat Dothras. He's our half-orc contestant. All right, no magic allowed. Do you have your own fencing equipment, or do you need to borrow? That's fine. The changing rooms are right down this passageway here. They're a little cramped, but it's best we could have done. Make your way to the small changing room, and it's small. It's like 4 feet by 4 feet box. But you get changed, and you wait for your name to be called, and you and Grot have their names called in the next hour or so as you step into the ring. You look familiar. You look like your brother. We will see. Best fight. All right. Give, give me a dex check. All right. Give me a deception check, please. And then give me an athletics or acrobatics check, please. As you're either trying to block your opponent or uh, dodge him. All offense. Well, he's able to outstrength you, as well as his feints are tad bit better than yours. giving him 2 points of advantage over you. Go ahead and roll d4 plus 1. As you hit him for 5 points, he hits you for 6. I thought you said your brother was better. Ha. Perhaps you lie. Another dex check, please, as the round continues. You don't know his stats. And then a deception check, please. Deception, yeah. Spicy. Athletics or acrobatics, please. He beats you, again for 2 points. Beating out reflexes as well as overpowering you again with his strength. Roll d4 plus 1. However, you score more points in total that round. He hits you for 3 points, and you hit him for 4, bringing him up to 9, and you also up to 9. It appears so. I won't let you do that again. Go ahead and roll your dex check, please. It's not magic, it's luck. So yes. To be honest, though, that's exactly what you needed to beat him. Yeah, I revealed it. He has a -1 to his check. Go ahead and roll me that deception check. Okay. And then roll me that athletics or acrobatics. Well, you beat him 2 out of the 3. The last one was a draw, so nobody gets the point. And therefore, he's rolling a flat d4, and you get a d4 plus 2. Making you the winner. Because with that, you are 1 point ahead, as you barely beat out Grat Dothrus. It wasn't a fair fight. You just got lucky. You don't even know how to fence. But if you had a proper fencing style, it would be a more fair fight. Your randomness is just... You're just hacking and slacking, and it wasn't fencing. I'm never going to win this match. He just throws his rapier off to the ground and stomps off. Rat, Grat. Just give me a second. I'm rolling for uh, Ash here. Uh, okay. So, Grat goes to a changing room and he changes and he puts on some robes. They're not nobility or anything. They're not rags, but they're probably your your mid class, maybe mid lower class type of individual based off the way that they're dressed. Um, Giving him a closer look, you can see some carvings into his tusks just, that emanate from his bottom jaw. Um, he does seem to have a very thin silver necklace that he puts around his neck. Oof. Why should I join you for dinner? I will take the drink. I will also take much food. Oh, uh, hold on, I gotta close some sheets. Ah, when I get to Ludbreg, I plan to go to Castle Olamak. Hopefully answers to my faith. Uh, create all of these NPCs. Ah, uh, Jord. You roll a religion check if you want to know. Okay. Uh, the only thing that you know is that he's a Tempest deity. You don't know any other details about him. He's not evil, but he's a nature and Tempest domain. Are you trying to call me something? Especially after a few drinks. No. Okay. Uh, I will see you at the galley for dinner. For dinner then. Good day, Callum. He continues to walk off. Looks like he's going to the upper decks. As you go find your group, you find Ash performing his fencing challenge, and based off the score and what you witnessed in the last couple of minutes, he barely pulls out a win. Uh, okay, but he does. He does quite well. But it did take 3 rounds for him to get to that win. Otherwise, the rest of the day is up. You guys can do some minor gambling if you want to do some gambling today. Or you can rest and relax at the spa. No, for gambling, uh, there's blackjack, liar's dice, and poker. Poker is not too long because it's going to there's only one round of either raising, bet, folding, or check. Dice rolls. Yeah. Uh, I mean, there is a deception check. There are checks there that you can't ignore if you don't want to do it, but it's to determine if people might be bluffing or not. There's also cheating and stuff. It could take a while. All right. So blackjack is a little bit more risky because it has a higher buy-in. Not as high as liar's dice, but since you're going against the house, this is a great way for the house to make money to help afford all of the things that they do on the ship. So each round will be a buy-in of 50 gold. Almost spat out my drink. As like Ed is just floating in the background. So this is the first night that you guys have played blackjack, and it's the first time that you've seen this. This is a warforged that is acting as the dealer. It has no facial expression. Its face does not move. It just merely vocalizes what the rules are. There's another dealer nearby that is actually human, as there's 3 tables set up for blackjack. It's still early in the afternoon, so the third table's not manned at this point. So you can choose your table. Greetings. I hope you are having a fantastic cruise. Please have a seat, and if you have any drink orders, please give them to me, and I will have them brought to you. Order received. Please deposit 4 silver as a place in the table opens up for you to actually slide coins into. I am dealer. Yes. You hear some machine clunking around as a silver rolls down his arm, out of his neck and down his arm and onto the table in front of you. Yes. Each contestant will bid 50 gold against the house, and then draw 2 cards. The dealer will then draw 2 cards, one of which will be revealed publicly. If the house ever roll or draws 21, the house will win, even if another player has 21. Do the contestants understand these rules? Great. Please deposit 200 gold. Yep. Or it's 200 for all the contestants, or if you want to do 200 each for 4 hands. All right. Great. Cards are shuffled inside of one of the hands as the deck of cards is brought into the inside of the Warforged's forearm. You hear shuffling come around, and then a deck is placed there. To draw cards, you're going to roll 2d10. A 1 is treated as a 1 or 11. Your choice. Alright, let's go ahead and draw your cards. Delete. You guys, do you see my roll or not? Ah, you're not supposed to see that. Well then. It says private GM roll, but it's not there. I'll have to do it the other way. We'll just keep it for now. I'm not going to cheat you all. Okay. So the public card for the dealer is a 2. So the dealer shows a 2. Everyone else is there. Now you can draw another card. Try to get closer to 21. Or you can stay where you're at. Okay. Okay. Frost brings us to 12. Callum to 12. Yeah, correct. Essentially. It's so that's one thing that Roll20 has better than Foundry, but that's coming in the next Foundry version is card support. I believe me, I looked it up. I didn't prepare because I wanted to actually play with real cards in Foundry, but the the tools are just not there yet. All right, Callum and Frost bust. Vicus stays at a 12. The house. And the house busts. So you his arm rotates to each of you, giving you each 100 gold. Because I don't know what the real odds for blackjack are. Okay. So you each get 100 gold back in return. Yep. So, but that's only for Vicus and Ed, I believe, right? Yep. As Frost and Callum busted. All right. All right. Okay. Go ahead and draw your cards. The public-facing card for the dealer is a 2. No, ones can be treated as 1 or 11, kind of like an ace. All right. Correct. It's based off player choice. It's a 1. It's a 1. You still busted, not a 10. I'm looking at your rolls. You didn't roll a 1. Yeah, not a 0. Yeah, yeah. No, because I don't want to complicate things. Sorry. A 2. Sure. Sure. Okay, got 2 staying at 20. All right. Try to see what the dealer can do. Come on, dealer. That was a 20, not a 10. All right, dealer busts. So everyone wins. I believe that's how it works, but sure. Everyone wins. Okay, Frost loses. All right, everyone else wins. U-turn. Yep. There we go. Another round. Oh, your drinks were delivered. So it was like, yeah. Thor's Thirst is a whitish drink with blue streaks that animate through it. It is an ale of some sort. No, it's more just straight ale. It's just more blue in color or white in color with blue streaks that animate through it. That you would recognize as more like lightning bolts. You also notice that it is quite cold to the touch. Roll me a con save. Ah, you're fine. You guys want to keep trying to earn some money on the house, or you're gonna retire for the night? You'll play another? Okay. Public facing card is a 2. Just really sucking with those 2s. House sucks tonight. Okay. The dealer gets 21 and wins after drawing a third card. Have a pleasant evening. As you all lose your gold for that last round and head to the galley to find Frost and Callum. On the menu tonight is various sushis, fried fish, grilled fish, and a few other delicacies. There is a dessert tonight as well, a chocolate cake, which is a rare treat. Ah, there you are. He seems to be still dressed in some casual robes with that silver chain. The I need to schedule for my booster. Ah, yes. Great to see you. We had a good match earlier today. No, Ash is having a private dinner with you know who. Very good. I will have 10 of the Thor's Thirst ales. Uh, I will be having the sushi. Lots of the sushi. Oh, you must have it. You must need it fresh. Prestidigitator what? It might it might keep fish cold, but it won't keep it fresh. Whew. I don't know where Easternay is. Ah, I've I I've only been in Monsanto. Monsanto has a lot of good fishing and crops. Make good living being a farmhand or a boat hand. Yes, I worked on the farms when I was younger, and when I grew my strength, I moved to the boats. It's that remote control vibrator. What did this little Ed do? And it looks like I'm going to need a new drink as your frosty friend has frozen one of mine. Yeah, Frost kind of like slipped and stumbled as he touched one of the drinks, making it very noticeable that he just completely froze it solid. It's not the same. I would like another drink, please. But little Ed, what did you do? Ah, make a religion check. So there's a little bit more to that. His wife is Scotty, which is the goddess of earth and mountains. And yeah, the children that they have is Frey and Freya, which are both goddess and gods of fertility. Frey being also god of the sun, and Freya being the goddess of love. Um, so a lot of people pay Nord tribute for good, bountiful fish. His symbol is actually a gold coin. So a lot of people dump wealth into the oceans in exchange for a good fishing run or some or safe passage and such. The lord that I served at the beginning of each fishing session would dump an entire barrel of gold into the deepest part of the ocean. We always had bountiful harvests. Many giant carps were had, and one year he did half platinum, half gold, and he got a beholder fish, which he now keeps. I've mostly just sailed in the Strait of Alamanar between the different isles, though I have traveled into the deep sea once. Uh, you, Ludbreg is farther north than I've ever been. Yes. Why do you travel to Ludbreg? Was it a baby dragon? So a baby dragon. Also a dumb dragon. I have not killed any dragons, but I have seen many perish to the green. The one that the one that lives to the south of Monsanto. It preys on the farmland, poisoning large amounts of our crops. Large. Its wingspan is capable of destroying the two windmills. The dragon will be dealt with eventually. They are smart, the green ones. It is the only reason it still lives. You gave yourselves a name? Roll a dexterity check just to see. It's- Uh, this is more of you getting up and like trying to punch him across the table, and him like falling back out of his seat, dodging. What is wrong with your friend? He freezes my drink and now he tries to assault me. I wasn't born of wealth and have prosperity. I wasn't given anything to do anything. Nobody gave me a sword in my hand and told me to make something of myself. I had to work the fields and the boats. You were given the opportunity, I wasn't. Grot stands up, picks up 4 of the mugs of ale, and just begins to walk away. I can only carry 4. Sure. You find him sitting at a table by himself. Uh, I wasn't given the opportunities you were all given. Nobody will give me the opportunity because of the way I am and the way I look. I want to explore. I want to find purpose. Yes. I plan to get more involved with my spiritual side and try to get closer to the gods. You have claimed to slay a dragon, and now you have claimed to met a god. What opportunity do you offer? Yes, it took quite a while to save the funds for this trip. It cost me a year's salary. 76 gold. You don't know me and you're going to hand me a sack of gold. You see tears beginning to run down his face, and he seems to be speechless. He jumps up from the table and just squeezes you with the biggest hug that he can muster. As as Grot begins to openly just weep out loud and just almost crushing you with his strength, just holding on to you. He releases. Thank thank you, Vicus. He once again thanks you before giving you a much lighter hug and letting you finish your night. Bless you. sits down and continues to weep while chugging, though he seems to have a huge smile on his face. You see him actually walking in with a nice crystal goblet filled with wine in his hand. He comes over and Marquis, but no. Um, you're Baron Fuckboy. The other one is Marquis Fuckboy. Yeah. But Ash comes sits at the table. How's your night going, guys? Is that why he's missing? Yeah, I saw that earlier. He did very well. I'm sorry I didn't stop by and say it sooner, but the Marquis and I had other plans arranged. But your fight went really, really well. I can definitely stop by and give you some pointers sometime. So, question for you all. Asking for a friend. If someone offered to name a vineyard after you, how would you take that? Huh? No. Well, well, that's that's kind of what I said. Nine. I don't. I think it's 25. Perfect. I'm well aware. When I was on a honeymoon with Lauren and everything, we were walking through the city, and some guy, I guess, noticed that we were like holding hands or something, came up and like just sung a song that, you know, he just came up with after asking us a question and stuff. And then, of course, he asked for a handout afterwards. I just turned him down and said, I don't carry cash. Yeah. And we chose a place where you're not allowed to carry either, so I was already put off by it. Anyways, good old 914 and 3/4. I'm all for stories. No, I want to go back to what Paul said. Is like, wait, wait, no, what is this? Fixed blade? What the fuck? They sell them at almost all the stores. S- Jesus Christ, because I did something just as stupid as you, Tim, but because I got it and I was really happy to get it. It's a Gerber combat knife, and I was actually I concealed carried that for a couple of days because I wanted to. That was it. It's I don't know, maybe 8 inches long blade. It's like that's what I was concealed carrying. Oh yeah, no, this is legitimate combat knife. Like you could get and mount it to the end of a rifle and act it as a bayonet. I I got it after I was listening to a British special operations person talking about his use of the combat knives in during World War II. Uh, I'm 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 trying to find the one. I don't see it. Yeah. Uh, this is the knife. It's the Gerber Mark II. I don't. I wouldn't count it as either. I mean, it's the Gerber Mark II. Blade length is 6.5 inches. It's a really nice knife. I see throwing knives are not there. I have a set of throwing knives. What? It's not listed in there. It, it says throwing stars or oriental darts. I thought a ballistic knife is one that's like spring like shot out or something. Yeah. But it's not something you throw, it's just something you hit like a button or something and it shoots out the blade. Yeah, I didn't know that we had laws on concealed carry. I know, right? Oh, good thing that thing just sits on my nightstand. I have been learned today. Anyways, so if I get, what if I get a 6.5 inch folding knife? Well, I mean, granted, if I stabbed someone with the knife that I posted, and that's gonna do some more serious damage than if I stab someone with a 3 inch. Sure. Yes. Yes. I guess I have to just open carry it now. I'm just gonna like strap it to my jacket or something. Yeah. Yes. I used to carry a knife in school. The blade. Yeah. I carried a knife in school. You can't conceal carry any switchblade knife in Virginia, though. No, oath breakers. Oath breakers exist. I was gonna go Paladin and Conquest. Yeah, Vengeance. Vengeance Paladin. It's the same. It's the same place where I work, Paul. I'm allowed to carry a 3-inch or smaller blade, but I can't bring anything else onto the base. Anyways. Oh. Anyways, after a nice dinner. After. Yeah, you guys had some nice sushi, fried fish, you had some drinks, made a new friend. Uh, is Grot Darthras. I will put it in chat. Oh man. Back to fishing. We're back to fishing. Alright, survival checks if you want to make your own bait and a chance to get advantage. You don't have time to make a new uh why did you roll at disadvantage? Well, no, this is to create the bait. You can create the bait? Yes, it's a new day. No, if you want to, you can roll your survival check or not roll it at all, using intelligence. If you don't feel that the check, the normal ability score would apply to the check for your character, you can use a different ability score. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh my God. You are going to get the strangest looks. You guys are. It's still morning, and Ed is rolling for. Alright, you have advantage on your survival check. Roll your d20s for your important. Sorry. Yes, if you want to modify your rod, Tinker Stools. Huh. Alright. Now we can begin. Survival checks for your fish types. Yes. Vicus, yours would be at normal. Yep. Oh, never mind. You're just using a hook. You're not using bait at all, right? Yeah, never mind. You're at disadvantage. Alright. So, Ed, roll a d2. Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check to manipulate your rod. It's at a. No, this one is just normal. The Well, that's for athletics. Yes. 19 plus your dex. All right. And then an athletics. Add it. Correct. It's any d20 that you roll, so you can re-roll both of them. It uses both luck point or 2 luck points to do that. All right. You caught another giant catfish. Roll here. It is a sizable one. We'll see what good condition it is. Go ahead and roll a d12 plus an 8. Pretty good. Uh, so that brings you up to 43 points. It is a large catfish. This one is close to 19 feet long. Yes. I'm not kidding when I say it's a giant catfish. But catfish will be fried catfish will be definitely be back on the menu. They also use pieces of the fish to help create the baits and stuff to continue the fishing competition. Good thing you modified your rod there. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god. That's why I carry that big no. Alright. Vicus, roll a d8, please. You caught, even with that terrible score, a fish did end up biting a singing fish. Let me see if I can pull up my notes on that. No, it's not Billy Bass. uh, I lost my notes on this one, but it makes interesting noises when you reel it in. It's less than a foot long. Go ahead and roll a d4 plus 2 for your category. So nice. It's a beautiful, beautiful fish. It's just not very large or useful. Yes. Go ahead and make the wisdom save. No, I'm kidding. All right. Frost, roll d8, please. You caught a cod. Go ahead and roll a d4 plus 2. Giving yourself an extra 5 points there, bringing you to 21. Callum, roll d8, please. 6. You caught a longfin. One of these was caught the other day. It's a blackish fish with a long fin on its back. Yeah. D4 plus 2, please. Uh, 5 added, bringing you to 28 points. That is your morning fish. After eating a lunch and coming back for an afternoon fishing event, let us. Go ahead. Go ahead. All right. Now getting more scientific rather than using gut feeling and intuition, you have created some bait to use that you think will be suitable based off your knowledge of sea life. And the fact that you could just cut up your blackfin or your longfin fish and use that for bait if you wanted. All right. Go ahead and roll your survival. Yes. Okay. And Vicus. No. Survival check for the fish type. All right. Not a great time. Go with Callum. Callum rolled d6. Awesome. Let's see if you can catch it. Sleight of hand check, please. Let me see what the feature says. Just wish to happen. Surely it's not. Also, 1d20 for attack roll ability checks. The key phrase there is the ally must use the new roll. I'm only calling for one roll. So, how do you fail? A barracuda. It's not. It's a hefty fish. So it's okay. Uh, as bells begin to ring and "man overboard" is yelled out, you're continuing to hold on to your rod as the barracuda turns around and begins to charge at you. Okay. You definitely see a large fish swimming really fast. I don't see where the part water is only 10 feet. That's I think part water will go down. And it freeze out. You guys haven't left the shallow waters yet. All right. A cube, 100 feet on a side. I actually need to find out some research. Let me figure this out. Uh, so I think I can't believe I'm looking at fucking PDFs of like ocean depths based off. Jesus Christ. Uh, Based off where I base this, it's fairly shallow, so yeah, it goes all the way down to because these are fairly warm waters, thriving with life. But thanks to Ed's feather fall, you don't land on a bunch of coral, rocks, and other things at the bottom of the seafloor. Um, but you don't really get to control where you fall. Yeah, but you get to land on your feet, so at least your boots are the ones that's gonna get damaged. This because of the speed of the Barracuda, it did not know that the water was gonna suddenly part, and before you, still on your hooked on your rod, by the way, a Barracuda just jumps from the wall of water and then slams into the seabed against a bunch of other coral and rock and stuff and starts floundering around wildly. You hear you hear a large splash as the ship's anchor drops. Uh, and given it a few moments, the ship jerks to a halt with many audible magical alarms going off and bells ringing with people screaming, "Man overboard." Okay? I- I- ignoring ignoring the fact that you are literally on the sea floor, and the ship is rocking hard, which everyone else needs to make dex saves. Um, it, and you just casually walk up to this fish that is floundering around and just stab it into its neck. Vicus, uh, how close are you to the edge of the boat? All right. How about this? All right. Okay. Yeah, yes. So, so I'm kind of drawing something here. Basically, here's Vicus. I drawing with a mouse sucks. Um, Over here is Mr. Sword Boy killing a fish that's just floundering around. Um, I need you to roll a d8 to determine on which way you fall prone as the ship. All right. So I believe a one is starts at the top of your head. So one, two, three, four, five. Okay, you just fall backwards, back onto the deck. Yeah. Frost, are you back? Frost is not back. I will be rolling for Frost. We will see. Okay. Let's figure out where Frost goes. Uh, Frost lands on you, Vicus. No. Oh man. Okay. With this, they end up throwing. They actually need a little bit more time, but they're quickly doing it to try to tie a couple pre-knotted ropes that they have. The fish is dead. Okay. And as you cast Dimension Door to get back on deck, you see the sailors trying to rapidly tie knotted ropes together to create something long enough to get down into this chasm that was created. Since they normally only need it. Wait, we got to do this. We got to get them up. Wait, how'd you get back on board? They they throw the rope onto the deck. Ugh, spellcasters. Uh, there are four currently tying ropes. There's another four running onto the deck. In the distance, you can recognize the spell effect Thaumaturgy as the captain is announcing their voice that they've had a man overboard incident, but will be underway shortly. Roll a d12 plus 6. Just- You were just lucky to see what type of fish it was. Because of the damage to its scales and stuff from hitting the seafloor, you definitely lost a few points. But otherwise, you got the 8, bringing you to a total of 36. Jesus. You don't catch your fish at the same time. Roll a d8. You got a carp. But since you threw your rod away, it got lost to the ocean, you do not catch a fish. Uh, sure. I mean, it's just bamboo rods. No, we buy the hooks and string in bulk and we just harvest the bamboo when we make shore. As the water gets a little bit more rocky with it being displaced and then suddenly replaced, so the ship kind of rocks back and forth for a little bit as they begin to raise the anchor as you hear clink, 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 clink. Um, Even then, it takes a little while as you see an arcane caster going around and ritually casting a spell in various locations on the ship. But another 40 minutes or so, and the ship's back underway. Uh, Next time, let go of the rod instead of going overboard. One of the sailors, the deckhands. Better not. Oh, those are public roles. Those are supposed to be private. Yes. Need to scroll up. Yeah. Roll a d8. He catches a trout. Roll d4 plus 2 for your points, please. Yes. It's a saltwater trout. That brings your total to 49. I'm rolling for your competitors right now to figure out there's 5 other NPCs. Yes, anybody who gets over 100 points over the course of the journey will get an Amulet of the Drunkard. Whoever gets the most points will get the Orange Alchemy Jug. Whoever gets second place will get a Cloak of Billowing, and third place will get a Breathing Bubble. So, ooh, one of the competitors got a really big giant catfish. The catfish is brought on board. You notice after the fish is brought on board. Uh, all right. Ed, you're in currently first place. Another passengers in second, with Callum being in third. And then we have 2 more other passengers before it goes to Frost. Then another passenger before going to Vicus, and then the last passenger. You're second to last. They are. Does everyone have like Tabletop Simulator? I would have to install it myself as well, but it's something that, yeah. Steam seems to be a little buggy for me right now. But we were going to play Liar's Dice. Yeah, we can play poker. Let me see. Yeah, I'll have to change that. Not like anyone actually goes back and intended stack. Is that like your starting cash? I would have to like open up multiple browsers, so no. You're just Joe Schmo. I like how Ed's emoji's a pregnant woman. I hate this game. What a weird raise. No, but have you seen the pie shop? Uh, it, It has weird numeric numbers. Like it, there's nothing about it about pi. It's just 3.14 with a string of random numbers. It's a sign. It's some weird graph thing. I thought they would sell pies, but they don't sell pies. Yes, I'm definitely not doing so well. Uh, oh, sorry, my turn. I was preoccupied with the sending. Don't know something from from far away. Home, just checking in. What the fuck is just this betting? I guess so. That's like two hands that I would have won if I just stayed in. Ah, yes, but gambling is just not my strong suit. Just a pair, then. Well, then, I need to go, but hopefully a new companion will replace me. Hey, whatever brings that money in. Let me sit at the damn table. It's really not, but if you want to sponsor me and pay me, we'll definitely play more poker. Anyone get that straight? No. Pair kings. Why does it say in next hand, but I'm not in the hand? Wow, flushes. There we go. Hello. My name is Dietrich. I do as well. Not much of a gambler myself either, but willing to give it a shot. No. Thank you, thank you. A fold even before the river? I'm not far away. It's just, I don't know what's going on. Maybe that I was hitting this. How would you know before you even see the flop? Damn! Damn! Well played, Ed. Goes to you, Vicus. An all-in? Yes, there we go. Make this interesting. I came in so strong, and then I immediately lost a lot. Here we go, 99. Interesting, interesting. Still in it, still behind though. I believe I have a pair of nines. Or is that three of a kind? I'm a little dyslexic. Is your friend smoking that again? An all in! Ah, yes, I have made quite a good amount. In two hands, I've nearly tripled what I've started with. Ah, is it really beginner's luck? Going all in. Oh, I will call that. Uh-oh. It does not. But I'm still in the positive, so I'm okay. I I think your friend Ed has taken all of your cash. I think I said each hand of poker was like 5 gold to start with all the raising. I don't know, dude. Subtract 100. uh, Still not as high as I was, but I'll take it. Oh, god damn it. The audio capture's fucked up. I see that now. God damn it. Alright, I'm stopping this stream. God damn it.